My husband has a big debt because of the business. He asks me to sell my apartment. We have been married for more than 10 years. We have 2 children. My husband has his own foreign language school for almost 13 years. Previously, things were going well. Now everything is bad, very bad. There are a lot of competitors in the area, and many have gone to online schools. In a good way, it was necessary to close the school a year ago, but my husband made a lot of rash decisions when he urgently needed money for rent and salary, held an action. Pay for a year in advance and another 6 months as a gift. People paid. Temporarily closed the financial holes, but again there is nothing to pay salaries, rent debts, salary debts, but most importantly, it is a debt to customers. If you can't fulfill your obligations to them, you have to return the money, only about 1.5 million. There is nothing to sell, the room is rented. Desks, chairs cost a penny. I own a 2-room apartment in which we live, and a 1-room apartment is hereditary. My husband has half a 1-room apartment in which his mother lives. The business is registered to his mother, that is, legally I have nothing to do with debts. And so the husband comes the other day and says with resignation, "That's it, this is a fiasco. The owners of the premises are being evicted for debts. Clients are preparing a class action in court, and he says he will have to sell my 1-room apartment to pay off debts. And he doesn't even admit the thought that it's mine and I can refuse." For him, after 10 years of marriage and 2 children together, everything is common, but this is mine. The decision to leave the business was not a general one. I said a year ago that it should be closed. 3 schools have opened in the district, in 2 of which native speakers taught. Everything was doomed back then, but my husband could not go to work for my uncle after 13 years of owning a business, and now he wants to sell my apartment and he regards it as a betrayal if I refuse, because he has big problems. I don't know what to do, but I don't want to sell the apartment. I asked him to close a year ago. He didn't listen, but I don't want to get divorced. It's not normal when a woman pays off a man's debts, and this apartment of my grandparents fell from the sky to them and they would hardly want her. They squandered on the debts of a stranger for them. If the husband gets a job now, he can count on a salary of 50,000. That is, together with the penalty fee, he will pay off his debts for 4 years if I support my family and him. Selling his apartment is not an option. The mother lives there, and where does she go? To our bedroom or to the children on her head? And the husband will not sell his mother's only home for his debts. It's a pity for people. It turns out that he did not throw them oligarchs, but ordinary people. Their employees were left without salaries and customers without money. It's a shame to me that because of my husband's ego and stupidity, I can lose the income from the apartment and the apartment itself, because I told you to close the business a year ago.